Come now, you who say, today or tomorrow, we will go into such and such a town and spend a year there and trade and make a profit. Yet you do not know what tomorrow will bring. It is Thursday, June 8th, 2023. Clive Walsh here, inviting you to join me for the next 5 minutes or so as we open up our devotional book, Truth for Life by Pastor Alistair Begg, and hear what the Spirit of God might say to us through this devotional thought. And the verses today, James chapter 4, verses 13 and 14, which reads, Come now, you who say, today or tomorrow, we will go into such and such a town and spend a year there and trade and make a profit. Yet you do not know what tomorrow will bring. And our devotional thought is entitled, A Word to Planners. That's a word to planners. And Alistair Begg writes, In and of itself, there's nothing wrong with planning ahead. John Wesley, the great evangelist, even used to plan out his day in 20-minute segments, ensuring that a third of an hour wouldn't pass without him addressing himself to matters of God's kingdom. But in these verses, James offers a word to men and women in every generation who are addicted to their calendars, who clutch to their phones, and who lives with the impression deep down that the world will stop running if they get off track. At the heart of the matter is this solid rock fact. To us, the future is unknown. Will it be sunny tomorrow? Will your flight be on time? Will the traffic be busier than usual and interrupt your schedule? We can plan as best as we're able to, but ultimately, all of our best plans may fall into tatters. Indeed, they do so routinely. To presume upon the future is foolish when our ignorance of that future is an indisputable fact. Facing this fact ought to have two effects. First, it ought to humble us. James had already reminded his readers that God opposes the proud, but he gives grace to the humble. That's James chapter 4, verse 6. And issued the challenging call, Humble yourself before the Lord, and he will exalt you. Now, he reminds us not to take for ourselves the seat that belongs to God alone. We are not in control. It is our response to disruption and disappointments that reveal whether we truly grasp this. Secondly, tomorrow being unknown to us ought to help us, for the future is hidden from us for our good and for God's glory. If we knew of some successes that await us, we might become unbearable, preening our feathers and basking in our own sense of self-importance. By the same token, we should be thankful that we don't live in the constant awareness of our future stumblings and struggles, fears and failures, bereavement and headaches. For what advantage would that give us? God knows that is enough. So remember this, God the Creator established you, made you, and gave you all your abilities, your looks, your opportunities. He has ordered your life right up until today and will continue to do so until He welcomes you home. Because of this, you can actually rejoice in what you do not know. There is beauty in the mystery. There is great wonder in knowing that God is ordering all things and will accomplish His purposes in you and for you, whatever tomorrow brings. It is this perspective that will enable you to look at your plans for today, tomorrow, and further on down the path of your life, and say with a humble peace in your heart, if the Lord wills, we will live and do this or that. James chapter 4, verse 15. Truly a great way to end, if the Lord wills, because God has His best in mind for us, and as His children, we should rest comfortably in that fact. So trust that this devotional thought, especially for those of us planners, would realize that God is in control. He answers our prayers according to His will and His purposes. So Continue to trust and continue to look and continue to wait on Him. Clive Walsh here, trusting that this devotional thought encouraged you as it did me. And for those of you reading through the Bible in a year, Jeremiah chapter 9, 10, and 11, as well as Matthew's Gospel chapter 22, verses 1 through 22. And may the Lord richly bless you. Have a great day.